So this won't be the first time I make a complete idiot of myself during this video. I'm unboxing here the Alesis Surge Mesh Special Edition. And it comes with pretty much everything I needed. And the big bonus for me was that it also, this kit and the next step up in the Alesis drum line comes with a really cool plugin that we'll get into in just a couple of minutes. The key element in this kit for me was this USB connection. It does have MIDI in and out, and it has a couple of extra spots for you to add a tom and a cymbal, or a trigger of some sort to hit any sample that you would have, or that the drum kit already has built in. It has 385 sounds already. Oop, kitty alert. And one of the other really cool features about this particular kit, even though that brain is the same as their Surge kit, the step down, this kit has better mesh heads. So it's more like the step up, and this kick drum head, as you can see, can even accommodate 2 kick pedals. So that was a nice little option. I'm no good at 1 kick pedal, but I did want to have at least the option to have a second kick pedal around to throw on this thing every once in a while just for the sake of doing it. And as you can see, it's large enough to be able to easily handle 2 kick drum pedals. So it comes with everything you need. This little registration card, you basically get online, you register your product, you pick one from their lists. Like I said, this is the Surge Mesh Special Edition. And you enter in the serial number, and then at that point, the BFD player was coming soon. So it's available now, so I'm very happy about that. We'll get into it in a second. Putting it together, you can see my camera needs white balance, but it does come with everything you need. The drum kit even has a key, and I, didn't really struggle getting it together. It went together pretty quickly. I've wanted an electric drum kit for quite some time. I've had one kicking around here that my friend Kevin, who will make an appearance, a real drummer, will make an appearance in this video here soon. And I just wanted something that we could fold up and put away, and then when we wanted to play together, just bust it out. And I really wanted to use the USB from that brain to trigger plug-in drum kits, not necessarily be limited to what the brain has to offer. So I wasn't looking for the expanded brain, but I did want a good solid kit. This one goes together well. It's real solid. Once you tighten stuff down, it goes into place, everything really well. You have some options on how you want to lay things out. I didn't realize how much my kitty was active while I was doing this. And it's just cool. Now real drummers will say, look, if you're going to learn how to play drums, you should really get used to a real drum kit, because the dynamics, the feel, the sound of it all around you, it's like the difference between using a guitar amp in the room and, recording with a plug-in. There's differences. There's going to be good things and bad things about all of them. And as I came to discover, there's also kind of good things and bad things about using the internal brain or using a plug-in. Now, they kind of advertise this plugin as being out of the box compatible with the BFD player, whatever it's called. That plugin was supposed to be able to match it one for one, hit a tom, and it's going to trigger the tom sounds. But that wasn't the case. I had to actually go in and kind of make a couple of little MIDI adjustments, but that's very easy to do. It comes very well labeled, so you can easily tell what you're plugging in, where it needs to go. And it's time for a drummer joke. How can you tell when the stage is level? The drummer drools evenly out of both sides of his mouth. I love that polychrome DSP suite. It sounds amazing on guitar. But I'm into plugins right now. I've just been kind of experimenting and this BFD player. So look, I didn't buy the drum kit just to get the player. It's an incentive. It's a nice incentive. I had to wait a couple of months for it to actually get released. Um, and it's, it's a learning curve for sure. There's when you get the actual download for the BFD player, you also then get a download for one free kit, and the kit is the Dark Mahogany kit. It comes with all sorts of mixes, or I guess tunings of that kit, including their original mix, which is complex, which has a complex version and a simple version, and then all this kind of stuff in order to figure out what the actual key mapping is for the unit that you have. I'm using the Nitro, of course, but you could use a keyboard. You could have all sorts of different ways to input drum commands, like to trigger all these sounds, So you don't have to, you can get the BFD player on its own, okay, is what I'm trying to say. So the combination of the two is pretty convenient. It only took me a second to figure out how to reassign the tom that wasn't coming up, and then to rearrange the cymbals, because they just weren't quite the exact way that I wanted. But here you can see you can dig into the software and really kind of change some of the sounds, the amount of bleed into the microphones, how much of the ambience of the room you're getting. And as you kind of click through them, you can hear, like I was saying, you don't have to sit there and use that drum kit. You can use all sorts of ways to trigger these drum sounds. And there's a lot of really high quality drum sounds. That being said, there are some conveniences to using the internal sounds. You can just pretty much run a couple of quarter inches anywhere you want to a mixer, and boom, you're going. You're at a gig and you just want to have some easy setup drum sounds. The internal sounds, they work, but the BFD sounds, they're just a lot richer. They're just they sound great. I mean, they really sound really good. Now, we kind of had some trouble getting the rim and the snare to trigger at the same time. I don't know if it's a polyphonic thing, but Anyway, I'm going to now make a complete idiot of myself and demo this drum set in a song that's in 7/4. What am I thinking?